Hey y'all. So if you made it to this video today, I want to thank you for stopping by. It's 12/3/2024. The year is just flying on by. But today I want to talk about trauma, and specifically trauma on top of trauma, on top of trauma. Um, I don't know if a lot of people realize that, and it took me some time to realize. It took me dealing with different type of traumas or different situations that have happened in my life that I've had to deal with, that have been hard situations to deal with. Dealing with trauma on top of trauma is not good at all. I'm gonna just speak from my experience. Um, I've been compelled to do this video. I don't know if I'm gonna get deep into it or not because it's so emotional for me to talk about. So I just might talk about it a little bit, and then later on I'll do a whole video on it when I'm able to. I don't know if I'm gonna ever be able to contain myself talking about it, but it's just one of the worst experiences that I've ever had to deal with in my life. And at the time, you don't understand that it's going to be trauma later on because you're dealing with the grief of what happened, or trying to deal with the grief of what happened. Because you know what we do with grief, or when we're grieving in life, when something happens, we have to keep going. Life don't stop for whatever, right? So when something traumatizing happens, we go on with our life because we have to. You know, um, at that time, when it happened, of course, I was grieving. However, I have kids, I have bills. You have to keep going, despite what you're going through mentally. You just have to keep going. That's just life. That's just what, as people, that's just life. So, okay. In 2013, the worst experience, one of the worst experiences, I don't want to say as of right now, probably the worst. Experience that I've ever had to deal with is me watching my mother take her last breath, right? Um, Not only did I have to watch her take her last breath, but I watched her go from being okay. Before watching her take her last breath, I watched her from being okay to, on a daily basis, getting worse and worse, right? Um, I was 33 at the time. And it don't matter the age, honey. If you have a close relationship with someone, especially your mom, and something like that is happening, like, it's just, you're gonna feel how you feel. Like, it is what it is. Yeah, I had to watch her go from being okay to, on a daily basis, getting worse and worse, up until the day she took her last breath. Um, I'm not gonna get into detail right now because I'm not ready. I thought I was gonna be ready to talk about it in detail right now, but I'm just not. I just want to pinpoint the trauma on top of trauma. Okay, so that happened in 2013, right? Um, so fast forward 2021. I'm just fast forwarding it. Like I said, I'll do a whole video on my mom's passing and how I dealt with it. I just want to specifically speak on dealing with trauma on top of trauma. Fast forward 2021, I went through something that I had never experienced before. And come to find out later on, that ended up being a trauma for me. Okay, so from 2021 till basically now, you might as well say I've been really sitting with myself. sitting and dealing mentally with a lot of things. So basically what I'm trying to say is, back in 2013 when my mom passed, me having to keep on going, me having to still work, take care of my kids, just live my life. I didn't deal with the grief. I don't I didn't deal with the grief from 2013 up until these past few years. I think I know for a fact I'm just now starting to deal with the grief of my mom's passing, due to the fact of something that happened to me in 2021, and dealing with that, and then me having to sit and just, sit with myself for these past few years. Like, when I tell you everything from 2013 has come back, I don't know if I want to say to haunt me or to, I think about it repetitively. Like, when back then, again, my mom had passed and it was terrible, and I went through it, but back then I did not sit in it. So I was able to sit in it. Me sitting in what I was going through, 2021, all that trauma from my mom passing came back. It came back, and it just hit everything just all at once. So, and I understand that when we go through things, we have to keep going. Like, it's life. Life don't stop because bad things happen to us. It just don't. But if anybody sees this video, I'm just like, if you go through something, I understand you might not understand it in the moment. I just think it's healthier to try. I know it's hard because life has to go on, right? I just think it's healthier for your mental health. I'm being serious. For your mental health, it's healthier to try and deal with it as much as you can. The grief, you're never going to stop grieving someone close to you. But what I'm saying is, try to deal with it in the moment as much as you can. Or when I tell you it'll come back later on, it's going to come back later on because, honey, yeah, it's been bad for me mentally these past few years, the most ever in my life. Like, everything like hit me all at once mentally, and it just did. So I'm just saying, if anybody can get a message out of this video, just get that message. Like, if you can deal with something that you're going through in the moment, please try to, because if not, it can mess with you later on. Trauma on top of trauma is what I'm saying. It'll hit you later on. It will. I'm here to tell you. All right. So thank you for watching. I hope if you're watching this, it can help in some kind of way, just with that specific situation alone, trauma on top of trauma, dealing with it. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to my video, and have a great day.